Amidst the dark night and heavy rain, a stranger entered the village of Gausgan. A storm that was about to reveal the village's deepest and darkest secrets. The tall, broad stranger slowly reached into his pocket and pulled out a photograph that held the sole purpose of his life, the one that had drawn him to this terrain village, Aharu. Then he pulled out a Jungle Sapu Sadma high-tech tracker and gazed at the village Sarpanch's sprawling mansion in the distance.
I have arrived in your area. Now no one will escape my grasp. Neither will I find the truth about my Arvika.
The next morning, those over the village parade, but a strange tension hung over the atmosphere. The village council had assembled. Gajendra, the Sarpancha, sat on a bench. Arrogance was evident in his eyes, and cruelty was evident on his face. In front of him, on the ground, sat Ramu, a poor, frail farmer. Tears welled in his eyes, and he clutched Gajendra's feet, begging for mercy. Yes.
Sarpanji, it's been 7 months since my son left for the city. You were the one who sent him to a job at a big company. He hasn't called. I'm very scared, sir. Please help me. Oh, Ramu. Stop your whining. Your son must have been influenced by the city's vibrant atmosphere. He must have forgotten his poor father. I spent my own money to get him a job. Now should I feed him in my lap? Push him out. Out!
Ranga then kicks Ramu hard.
Get out of here.
Brother, the Sarpanch is definitely lying. Why do all the village children he sends to the city never return? I suspect something is seriously wrong.
Shut up, Kavya. If you say even one word against the Sarpanch, he will ruin our lives. Just concentrate on your books. Don't get involved in all this.
And there, that unknown man with just a push of a button transformed his truck into a daba. And named that daba Fauji Ka Daba. Now wearing a trim apron over his rough clothes, the stranger begins cooking on a large pan. And the villagers standing nearby are astonished and monadished. One of the villagers comes forward.
Asks us, brother, who are you? How did you suddenly set up this daba here? Why does your vehicle look like an army truck? And why is the daba called Fauji Ka Daba? I don't understand anything.
I just travel from village to village with this daba. These two vehicles are just slightly modified Modi, nothing more. Don't worry, I'll work here for a few days, and then leave.
The next day, the stranger began setting up his dabas in different parts of the village. It seemed as if he was searching for something in. But no one would come near his daba. There was a magic in the air of Gausganj that drew the entire village to the unknown truck.
Brother.
I've never smelled such a fragrance in my entire life. My stomach is jumping with hunger.
Come, brother, come. Everyone is welcome at Fauji's Daba. And listen, villagers, any child who tells me a story or recites a passage from their book will get a free meal. Washo get a free meal.
Just then, Kavya steps forward and says, "Really? What if I give you a science lesson?"
Absolutely, son. Knowledge grows by sharing, and love by feeding. Tell me your lesson.
Evening had fallen. Sarpanch Gajendra stood on the balcony of his mansion, staring at the huge crowd gathered near the truck. His face was clearly filled with anger. Suddenly, in a fit of rage, he squeezed the glass in his hand tightly, shattering it in his hand.
This doesn't seem like an ordinary Daba owner. He's bragging about me after feeding people for free. Find out who this is.
The village was fast asleep. Hidden behind the banyan tree, a man was watching the truck. Foreigner slowly started approaching the truck. Tekastauka. Through a small hole in the truck's window, Senga sees something quite startling. The soldier wasn't cooking. He was sitting in front of a gleaming high-tech laptop top. He had military headphones in his ears, and a digital map of Gausganj was open on his screens. Seeing all this, Senga panics and immediately runs to the village head.
My lord?
This truck driver seems to be a top-notch detective. He has machines like those in the movies.
Oh. So he's outsmarting me. Now, see what I do.
The next day, Kavya sits dejected outside her small hut. Suraj is counting some coins, worry clearly visible on his face. Just then, the soldier passes by. Kavya asks the soldier for part-time work at his daba to fund her studies. "Uncle, my brother works hard day and night, yet he can't pay my school fees. Will you give me work at your daba? I'll wash the dishes."
Why would you wash the dishes, daughter? You take care of the accounting?
Achananga arrives with 3 of his goons and kicks the bucket held by Kavya. And Sakudalamine, how you felt be different, Daddy. Ready.
Hey, Taba owner. In this village, not a leaf moves without the Sarpanch's permission, and you've hired her. And this girl will work at our brick kiln. Come on, Kavya.
He steps forward and grabs Kavya's hand. Then, in the blink of an eye, the soldier intervenes and shoves Oranga hard. Adika.
Don't make the mistake of raising your hand on a girl again. Otherwise, these hands are just as good at cooking as they are at breaking bones. Get out of here.
The next day, Sarpanch Gajendra, seething with anger, calls a village meeting. He points his finger at the Daba and begins spreading poisonous rumors among the people. While the soldier is out to buy groceries, Aranga seizes the opportunity and sneaks in an empty truck. He finds a hidden compartment. When he opens it, he finds a board inside with pictures of missing children. Akaka dacha akada ja da ga da shakaka ga ka da. There's a picture of Ramu's son on them, and a photo of that same little girl, Arvika. He immediately takes out his phone, snaps a photo of the board and the pictures on it, and then quietly leaves. Pustuos Hadamonas and Kaliko. Finally, the Sarpanch has made his move. He set a trap that will surely trap the soldier.
Villagers, open your eyes. This man is no Daba owner. He was seen spying last night. He's a dangerous child thief. He is luring your children with the promise of free food.
What? I'm a child thief? Oh? God. God.
Shortly after, a police van arrives in the village. The entire village is gathered at the village square. The atmosphere was tense, and everyone's eyes were fixed on the inspector and the Sarpanch. Then, the inspector steps forward and says in a stern voice,
Now your truth has been revealed to the entire village. You are arrested. With
this, the inspector handcuffs the soldier. Just then, the Shpenja Sarpanch steps forward and holds up some pictures, showing them to everyone.
Look, villagers, these are the very photographs he took. They clearly show what the soldier was doing. This is the most powerful evidence we have.
Upon hearing the Sarpanch's words, the villagers begin whispering. Everyone's eyes are fixed on the soldier.
No! This a lie! Uncle Fauci is a very good man. This Sarpanch is framing him.
See, he's cast a spell on this girl, too. Take this devil away. Everyone's time comes, Sarpanch. My time ta.
Then the police take the soldier away.
No, this can't happen. Uncle Fauci can't do this.
Kavya refuses to believe these lies. She remembers the lesson of courage taught by the soldier.
Kavya, this world will try to prove you a liar many times, but you must fight back with courage every time.
In the dark of night, Kavya sneaks into the Sarpanch's sprawling mansion through a back window. Kavya slowly moves through the dark corridors. And enters Gajendra's office, Sachi. She opens a drawer and examines it carefully. Inside the drawer was a red diary. She takes it out and begins reading it. It contains a list of names with prices written next to them. It was a record of human trafficking. Oh my God! This is the Sarpanch's secret. The Sarpanch is selling the village children, and he framed the army man. Suddenly, the lights come on. Parenga was standing at the door, a dangerous smile on his face.
Don't do it. Surprise. You're very fond of spying, aren't you? Now you'll go where the other children have gone.
He takes Kavya out into the courtyard, where Sarpanch Gajendra is already standing. Gajendra raises his hand to slap Kavya. Just then, a military truck smashes through the heavy door of the mansion. As soon as the truck stops, heavily armed Special Task Force (STF) commandos jump out with lightning speed and surround the entire mansion. And lecture on creation. And then, angrily, the same dhaba owner emerges. But today he wasn't his ordinary April. Instead, he was wearing the stern uniform of a high-ranking military officer, and the nameplate on his chest gleaming in clear letters read, Amit Singh.
Police took you away. You were in jail. Who are you? Amit Singh, undercover officer, Special Task Force. You had me arrested by your fake police, right? But that was all part of my team, Gajendra, so that you would be at peace, and I could reach your henchmen.
Amit Singh goes to Gajendra. Then a kopalika takit. He taking a photo of a little girl from his pocket. He thrusts it into Gajendra's face.
This is my daughter, Harvika. 3 years ago, a gang just like yours took her away from me. That very day, I swore I wouldn't wear my uniform until I wiped out the brutes like you from this country. Hint him anyway. This truck, this dhaba, it was all a trap to catch tyrants like you.
Bauji, uncle. Your daughter?
Yes, daughter. She's my daughter. But today, because of your bravery with the evidence, in this diary we will all the factories where this Sarpanch has imprisoned these innocent children.
Next day, Gajendra or Aurang is dragged into a police van by commandos. The villagers celebrate. Ramu cries tears of joy when he receives that his lost son has been rescued. The next day, Fauji stands in front of his food truck. He hands the truck's keys to Kavya and Suraj. He's replaced the old sign with a new one. Village Dhaba.
Kavya, daughter, this truck is no longer mine. You risked your life to save the entire village. From today, this village dhaba is yours. Run it and complete your studies.
But where are you going?
My destination is still far away, son. My Arvika is still waiting for me somewhere. A soldier's journey doesn't end until the last battle is won.
Months passed. The village dhaba was no longer just a dhaba, but a beautiful cafe library where children studied and ate peacefully. Kavya was managing the billing counter while pursuing her college studies. Suddenly, the postman arrived and handed Kavya an envelope. She opened it. Inside was a newspaper clipping of Officer Amit Singh holding the hand of his rescued daughter, Arvika Arfainada. Attached was a small note.
My dear child, Kavya. Today my search is over. I have found my Arvika. Daughters like you are the true strength of society. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Yours, Amit Singh.
And thus an unknown journey not only gave a village its freedom, but also gave a father his world back. Duti Esabite Ike is world back. No matter how powerful evil is, it must surrender before truth and courage.
If you liked our story, then please like, share, and comment on the video. After it's